It is now time for the finals. Please welcome your quiz master, Big Brain.
All right, good afternoon, my young friends, and a warm welcome, or good noon. 12:30 is still on our clock. The published time for the webcast is 12:30, so we were ready about 10 minutes ago, but we didn't want people logging in at 12:30 and then missing out. The huge number of people who log into the internet to watch this quiz live. And across India, we've got roughly about 20 cities which log in to watch a quiz. There are schools in some cities which organize a special viewing. And the Kolkata event is always a special one because people always want to know who's winning at Kolkata, because that's a tough champion and can be a national champion, like I said. Has the qualities always to be a national champion. Quick word on the answers and then I move into our final here today. 6 outstanding schools qualifying, so no surprises in terms of the quality as much as one would expect at Kolkata. The first one that I asked you was the logo of Android Q. Many of you got that right. The inward bracket is on the number key 9. So a lot of you got that right. Then came the easy answers. Lisp was easy. Google was easy. Wink Music was easy. Huawei as a technology company was well answered for a young crowd. Netflix is getting into creating games. Tim Berners-Lee was not difficult. Media access control was a little bit of a problem today. Then came, I was sharing this with people from TCS backstage when I asked you about the Walkman and the DAT format, which is a digital audio tape. It does feel odd that many of you haven't even seen or used what was a sensation in the world. Then came the cursor. The Devo Rack keyboard is what we showed you. Then came the company Zoho, created by Sridhar Vembu and others. Nice to see cities like Kolkata keeping track of startups and young companies. That is very encouraging as an observation that I would make. XR is cross reality. Sneakometer, I think, was among the easier questions for you. Yahoo Mail was also easy. iOS was not tough. The peripheral component interconnects PCI Express was not easy. Telegram and Amazon Prime were definitely among the easier questions. All right. 6 schools. Guys, silence, please. Kolkata. Please, 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 please. Quick request. Guys, quick request. You're among the fortunate 12 cities that gets to watch the quiz in the auditorium. There are 20, 30 cities in India which don't get but watch it on the internet. They are students of your age. They're students from schools like yours. It's not their fault that the quiz does not go to their city. There are students here who've traveled overnight to be part of this quiz at their own cost. So that's the seriousness with which people take an event like this. The really good thing you can do to your friends in cities where the quiz does not go to, maintain silence so they have a better viewing experience on the internet. That's my only request. I'm sure a knowledge-appreciating city like this will understand what I'm trying to say. It's not easy to watch a program live on the internet if people are talking in the background. It does not mean you're not allowed to clap or have fun or cheer your team. You can do all of that, but don't do it when the questions are being asked. 35 to 40 minutes is the duration we're going to take with the final here today. And that, of course, is something we've collaborated with TCS for many years to create as the duration of one teaching period on your school timetable. That's the reason the quiz is 40 minutes, and we should be done in that time frame. Before I get started and call the finalists on stage, since we are on the annual of the 1st of September, I request all of you to please join me in putting our hands together to wish all our wonderful teachers an advance Teachers' Day. Thank you so much for being an inspiration. I was doing a quiz in Jamshedpur yesterday before I came here, and the teachers there were saying the same thing. Sometimes we don't necessarily acknowledge the effort that teachers put in to ensure that students actually get to even take part in such forums. So wonderful to have you, teachers. There's a very nice quiz for you teachers which you can take part in. It's on a portal called the teacher.in. It's something we started on the advice of Dr. Kalam. So you should take part. There's an online quiz, so you don't have to go anywhere to take part. The URL is, you've taken part. Okay, good teacher. Okay, I took part. Well, so the teacher.in is something that you should also start writing in. That is something I keep encouraging young teachers to do. If you do not share your good practices, cities like this will not be helping smaller towns to join the bigger bandwagon of India. So please write good practices that you follow in schools. Sharing knowledge is what will make us a better society. On that note, 35 to 40 minutes, the big battle of Kolkata. 6 teams on stage, qualifying on stage as school number 1. A quick reminder of the prizes before we get there. We've, of course, gone live with the internet, and there you are on tcsitwiz.com. So if your school's on stage, text your friends. Moving on. The runner-up and winner here today win some huge prizes. Huge in the context of what I used to win as a school kid. So in that comparison, this is no comparison. 60,000 rupees of internet shopping. That's like going home and telling your parents, I've got some money, you want to ask me. Don't feel shy. Yeah, 60,000 bucks. Woo. Anyway, to me, honestly, what matters on that list is that hand-signed signature by the CEO of TCS. And that is what is going to make a difference to you as you move forward in life. Entrance into a college, maybe an IIM. We'll come to that a little later. These are the certificates that really matter to you because they always look at what else have you been doing apart from getting your scores. It doesn't absolve you of getting the scores that you require, but what more can you do? So that certificate will be hugely valuable for those who get there. For the moment, 6 teams on stage, qualifying as team number 1 in random order. The marks have nothing to do with the table numbers. As team number 1 walking into our final, all the way from Shiliguri, GD Goenka School, Abhishek Agarwal and Aman De will walk up as team number 1. Well done. As team number 2, stretching the geographic borders of Kolkata into the final here today from Barasat, Kalyani Public School with Arat Trick and Shovik will walk up as team number 2. Wonderful. Team number 3 qualifying into our final here today, consistent as ever. Put your hands together in the final again. Loyola School from Jamshedpur, Amrish and Davis will walk into the final. Alright, so you've got 3 teams on stage, and as team number 4 qualifying into the final, Avinash and Alok Kumar, DAV, Jamshedpur will walk up as team number 4. As team number 5, well, carrying the flag of Kolkata will be South City School from Kolkata. Orithro and Anish will walk up as team number 5. And completing our lineup as team number 6 in our final here today. Put your hands together as they walk up as our final team. Vivek Kumar and Ayush, Rajendra Vidyalaya, Jamshedpur. Well, my dear young friends, programs such as this, which essentially aims to capture where knowledge talent exists, is very, very reflective of what's happening in our country. You go city after city, you find this trend and you find it more often in a place like Eastern India. Today, guys, I need some silence in the console. Yeah, he's got his earphones, so he's very loud. All right. The beauty of regions like the East is it's no longer dominated by schools in a particular city. You don't find any of the traditional Kolkata names anymore on stage. It does not mean they're not doing well. They're doing extremely well. It just means the talent in the region is so high and so rich that today, maybe the event deserves more number of cities of TCS IT Wiz. That's another way of looking at it. It's like, should you have a Jamshedpur round? Should you have probably a Guwahati round or a Siliguri round? I don't know. But that's one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is, you are, whether you like it or not, part of a way more competitive world where competition is actually coming from your backyard 100 kilometers away. The small towns of India are pushing you and pushing you with serious amount of competitiveness. And that's really good. That's really, really good for India because it really does not matter where the wave comes from. You are the region which gives India Dhoni, and this probably is a reflection of the Dhoni effect. You know, people from small town will come in and play with great amount of gusto. For now, 5 rounds of quizzing on your screen are the rounds that we're going to play out. Data scientist, analyst, IoT, and a round where you will block the chain. All questions in the quiz final are on the buzzer. 25 minutes to 30 minutes from here is what the software will take. It doesn't really matter where you geographically come from. It's about talent in a beautiful country called India. Can we have a round of applause for our teams on stage? We get started with 5 rounds of quizzing, and I'll explain the rules as we get to the rounds. We'll start with round 1, data scientist, coming up on your screens now. All right, on data scientist, before we get started, if you could quickly test your buzzers, team 1. Okay, hold on, team 2, good. Team 3, 1 second, team 3, again, yes, okay. Team 4, all right, team 5, and team 6. All buzzers working. On the first round, on data scientist, I'm going to give you an answer and 5 data points. Along the data points, 3 out of the 5 are correct, 2 are wrong. If you press the buzzer and choose to attempt, you've got to get all the 3 right, which means you get plus 50 if you get all the 3 right, you get minus 50 if you get even one of the 3 wrong. So be careful, don't play if you're not sure with all the 3. 3 out of 5 are correct, you've got to identify the 3 correct ones. Here's an example to start. On your screens, here it comes. All right, not for you, it's for audience. 5 blocks on your screen. 3 of them will lead you to the world of Tatas. Yes, we've got a hand going up in front, the young girl on row 3. Pace, okay. Ion. The right top corner, who's that? You're not getting his name. You know what role he plays? What does he play? He's the CEO of TCS. All right, give it to you on that one. She'll get a 50 if she was on stage, and the other 2 were the wrong ones. But remember, if she had even got one of them wrong, she would have got a minus 50. Only 1 attempt allowed because you're opening up answers. So whoever wants to go for it will go for it among the 6 teams. First one coming up on your screen. The connection leads you to a famous personality. Here we go. On the buzzer, Sean Parker. Oh, they've gone for it on table number 4. DAV Jamshedpur off in a flash.
Napster, sorry.
Napster, yes. 1 out of 3. Life is not very easy in this
The
round.
Giving Pledge.
The Giving Pledge, okay? No. Minus 50 to DAV. Don't be in a hurry. You have to get 3 out of 5 right. And they get a minus 50 is the team from Jamshedpur. Here's the next question on your screen. The overall answer will first appear on the big block. Here it comes. Twitter. Team number 4 have gone for it again.
Audio.
Yeah, but who presses first, it'll work. Okay, yes?
Audio.
You want to go with audio, yeah? Okay.
I think that player is Larry. Something related to the bird names. Yeah. So
The player is Larry, related to the name of the bird. Well, it's not the person that you thought it was. Well. This is Kobe Bryant. He really went on a wrong take. Again, a minus 50. Playing the game very dangerously. They are on minus 100. That's a disastrous start by them. I would honestly advise you to be careful and not rash. Minus 100 is too much to take by just looking at an overall answer. Here's the next one. On your screens. Careful. It is built to be difficult. Here we go. Careful. They've gone for it. Is Loyola on Ola? Well, it's the only school name in India that will probably feature Ola in its name.
Food Panda.
Loyola. Yes.
Food Panda.
Food Panda. Okay, he's got Food Panda, right?
Bhavesh Agarwal, or the second, the guy
The
next to
who?
him. The guy next to him.
The guy
Next to the panda.
Okay. That's young generation for you. The guy next to him. Panda is him. Yes. Go on. Yeah, one more to go.
And select.
Select. You want to select? Select. Well, 50! Loyola playing the game very smartly. Waiting, watching, and then playing the buzzer. Here's the next one. Careful. Overall answer can be tempting to look like it's easy. Here we go. Priyanka Chopra. Oh, they've gone for it. Shiliguri.
Sir, life.
Life. You want to try life? Okay, 1 out of 3.
Bumble.
Take your hand off the buzzer, the mic, sorry.
Bumble.
Bumble, okay. Oh, good. Nikon. Plus 50, Shiliguri. Well played. You follow Priyanka Chopra very closely, my friend? He says yes. I mean, he's honest. Young India is very honest. Well done. Good one. All right, here's the next one coming. This can be really tricky while it looks easy. Careful. Here we go. The world of Bill Gates. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's a big risk to take. Go ahead, Shiliguri. Shiliguri, hands off the mic. It vibrates. Yes. Guys, please, Kolkata.
Sir.
Kolkata, please. Yes. Go on.
Sir, the road ahead.
The road ahead. What is that?
It's a book.
It's a book by him. Beautiful. Go on. Now, I'm always curious to know whether teams know what they're talking. Very good. It's a book by Bill Gates. Yes?
Sir, Research Gate.
Research Gate is from Bill Gates. Okay? Well played. One more to go. Vulcan Ventures, hacker dropout, CEO, the billionaire boy, or Corbis?
Sir, Vulcan.
Vulcan, minus 50. The right answer was Corbis, which was acquired. Well. I tell you, it's not an easy round at all, which is why we played on the buzzer. Here's the last one. Only one team on 50, one on 0, the other on minus 100. Here we go. Final one. The overall answer is Micromax. Oh, they're going for it as DAV. Playing a rash game, but sometimes this aggression can help. Go ahead. Very confusing list on your screen. Audience, please. Please. Yes.
Jack Hughes.
Jack. Okay, go ahead. Hugh Jackman.
Okay, sorry.
2 more to try. Go on.
Ranveer Kapoor.
Ranveer Kapoor. Ranveer Singh, okay, go on. Minus 50. DAV are on minus 150. Well, we'll neutralize the buzzer and move on to the second round of our final here today. The quiz is moving quickly with only one team on 50. Data analytics on your screen now. Data will appear in the form of visuals for you. You got to figure life out. Plus 50, you get it right. Minus 50, you get it wrong. 2 attempts are allowed on the buzzer. The same team cannot make the the 2 attempts. So 2 different teams can attempt. If the first team gets it wrong, the remaining 5 teams can play on the buzzer. On your screen, data analyst, first one coming up now. It's a famous backpack that's being created by Acer. What is special about these backpacks? On table number 5, Kolkata are giving it a go. These are backpacks from Acer, yes. Leave the mics alone. I know your politicians teach you not to leave it when you hold it, but leave it, yes.
When you put your devices in these bags, they get charged.
You put your device inside a bag.
Yeah, and they get charged.
You put the laptop inside your bag and you carry the bag and your laptop is charging.
Yeah, it's charging.
So a bag as a charging device. Yeah. Beautiful. Put your hands together. You put your phone, you put your charger inside this charger. You put your laptop, you put all of that, and it automatically gets charged. And you just need to keep your bag plugged in as a supercharger when you keep your bag aside. Well played, Kolkata, as we go to the next one. Kolkata, please. Please, please, please. People are watching on the internet, please. Thanks. Here we go. Which entity, yes, into your mic.
Opera.
Explain.
I think it's the logo of Opera VPN or something.
Minus 50. Playing very quickly, even before I could ask this. It's an Android app which is aimed to make downloading of something very easy. They're going for it. Is Loyola from Jamshedpur.
So I think this is Go, like the Go apps from Google. This is YouTube Go.
Oh, it's the Go app.
apps, like they are developed to run on like mid-range to lower mid-range devices.
So tomorrow a YouTube can function
YouTube Go,
on
Google Go, and probably any app, Drive Go, etc.
Loyola from Jamshedpur will get another 50. Well played. They get to 100 as we go to the third question. On your screen, here it comes. Which country has introduced itself as a digital nation? You can join the e-residency program. Very significantly, it's called e-residency. Not necessarily for electronic residency. E-residency, a country where you can apply and become a resident simply online. E-residency, very workable. Someone's going for it on table number 3. Can you just refresh the buzzer once? Yeah, I know it's reflecting there, but just refresh once. I want them to press again. Can press again? I need that to be sorted. Team number 3.
Now working.
All right, oh, it's working. Okay, just don't touch that. Don't worry, there's a backup there. The light shows on the buzzer unit. Yes? You want to try?
Estonia.
Estonia.
Like they were the first country to legalize voting through the internet. So from that, Estonia.
And they have now become the first country where you can actually become a resident. This young team from Jamshedpur is well prepared. Oh, wonderful! Estonia! The quality of answers are beginning to change here. High quality answer on that one. As we go to the next one on your screens now. Team number 1, even before I could say anything.
Sir, is it the first laptop?
You got to give me a much better answer.
So Osborne laptop, the man is Osborne.
Minus 50. Minus 50 on Dr. Osborne. Question to you. This person's name is Jeff Raskin. He's an American. They've gone for it again. Is Loyola.
Okay, Jeff Raskins worked for Apple. So, I think this is the Macintosh or something related to Macintosh.
You think this is a Macintosh?
Macintosh or related to Macintosh, Apple.
Because you read something which says Jeff Raskin.
Raskins was on the lead design team for Macintosh.
He was a man who worked on the lead design team for Macintosh. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You know, I must be extremely honest, and I'm putting my hand up and being honest on this. When I saw these questions, I'd actually, my colleague Lloyd and me were discussing these questions, and I told him, these are really tough. I mean, you put it in a national final. He said, no, take this. Trust me, Kolkata will crack such questions. Turns out he was right and I was wrong. Brilliant. Put your
I'm from
hands together.
Jamshedpur.
Sorry?
I'm from Jamshedpur.
You're from, no, I mean the Kolkata edition, so don't worry. Yeah, I do know you guys at Jamshedpur. But here's the next one coming. I meant the Kolkata round of the quiz. Here's the next one on your screens now. They've gone for it
Sir,
again on table number 1 this time.
Sir, Google Lego first server.
The what?
Sir, the first server of Google
The first server of Google.
on Lego model.
A Lego model. So you can create your own Google server at home with Lego. Put your hands together. Shiliguri are regaining the negative that they got. So they're back to 0. Well played on that one. Here's the final one in this round as we neutralize the buzzer. And the final question appears on your screen. Here we go. What in the world am I talking about? They're going for it on table number 2. Kalyani Public School. 50 if you get it right.
Apple sticker.
For what? You got to give me better answers.
Inequality.
Better answers. Go on. He's not probably explaining it, but he's not far. Go on, I'm giving you a fair chance. I'm waiting for you. I'm giving you a very fair chance. You got to explain your own answer better. What is this for? Go on, guys. Explain what you said differently. You've tried using the context, but you got to give me a better explanation. Go on. Something huge on the internet. You used the word inequality, did you? You got to give me a better explanation.
It's upon racism, racist.
Explain further. What does it do? What's the whole movement for or against? You've got to be a better answer provider. Well, I've given you a fair chance. We'll neutralize the buzzer. Minus 50 to Kalyani School, and DAV are going for it. Yes?
It's for
Guys, please.
equality in terms of all genders, and these are Apple to LGBTQ basically. So
Okay, you're going a little too far in your thinking, but anyway, go on.
so
They
to,
said inequality. You're saying this is championing equality.
yeah, so means LGBTQ promote that in the world. So Apple has created these animojis.
These are all based for equality and not for inequality. Plus 50 to them. Well, it is to promote. So I was waiting for you to say against inequality, and you kept saying, you used all the wrong, you said racism. It's actually against racism. It's against color. It says technology is the world's biggest uniter. Can we neutralize the buzzer on table number 4? All right. And time for us to take a look at the scores at this stage. 2 huge rounds of quizzing done, and one team is back to minus 100 after all of that. That's a Twitter board at Kolkata with about 6,000 tweets. You still got a long way to beat your 31,000 2 years ago. My God, what were you doing on that day? 31,000 tweets. Here's the trending scorecard. Leading the quiz are Loyola School from Jamshedpur with 200. South City from Kolkata are on 50. GD Goenka on nil from Siliguri, but they've come back from negative. And the other teams are really fighting a tough battle if they go on that track. DAV Public School salvaging a 50 from the minus 150. As we go to the next round of our game, it's time for us to play at TCS. Here it comes. Four questions from the world of TCS. Plus 25, you get it right. Minus 25 if you get it wrong. Two attempts allowed. One attempt per team in this round. Just move the mic towards you, Kolkata. And if you press the buzzer while I am midway through a question, you are indicating that you know the answer. And in pressing the buzzer, you are stopping me from continuing to read the question. All from the world of TCS. If you are ready, hands on the buzzer. Question number 1. FC Kohli dash N. Chandrasekharan. Oh, they've gone for it. They've gone for it. On my right is Loyola.
CEOs, they were all CEOs of TCS, and Rajesh Gopinathan is the current CEO.
Is your answer. Minus 25. Minus 25 on Rajesh Gopinathan. We'll neutralize the buzzer. Is someone going on a second attempt? They're going for it on a second attempt. DAV not giving up. Yes.
S. Ramadurai.
In the sequence of what I spoke, plus 25. DAV are slowly trying to claw their way back. Got the order wrong is Loyola. I think they were in a little bit of a hurry. As we go to the next one, hands on the buzzer. Careful, be calm. Here we go. It is recognized as India's first of its kind, fully integrated IT solution for small and medium enterprises. Tata Consultancy Services pioneered this, and people across the nation have lapped it up. What specific entity from TCS am I describing? Kolkata are going for it. Move the mic towards you.
TCS Ion.
Plus 25. Very well played, crafty answer. Get a 25. Good one. Question number 3. Hands on the buzzer. It's one of the world's rare manufacturing companies that makes both aeroplanes and trains. They are powered by TCS with their technology. Siliguri have gone for it. It's a rare company that makes planes and trains, and TCS supports them with their software. Aircraft and train manufacturer. You're on the buzzer. 25 if you get it right.
Sir, Dassault.
Minus 25 on Dassault Aviation. Second attempt if someone's going. Team number 1 getting a minus 25. Team 6 giving it a shot.
Is it Boeing?
Minus 25. Where would you see Boeing trains? Anybody in the audience? It's a good question to ask. And a tough one. Nobody else? Loyola, DAV, no? Yes? I see a hand going up. Oh, that's a TCS, sir. Okay? It's Bombardier. Well, you're paid a salary to know that at TCS, so you can't get a prize for that. For all you know, he's working on that project. So anyway, Bombardier is absolutely correct. But if you are a good quizzer, then I'll see you at Tata Crucible. Represent TCS. That's a good one. Here's the next one. Hands on the buzzer. While in the world of technology, it might represent a file format, in Australia, it represents an industry. TCS was selected as the primary partner for this industry for the APIs of Australia. Which industry am I talking about? They've gone for it.
Okay, industry.
API.
API stands for Application Programming
I
Interface.
said
Okay, so
in technology.
I'm explaining. So the technology, aluminum processing industry.
Minus 25. Well, coming from Jamshedpur, he will think a lot of aluminium processing. Anybody else? It's a huge industry which comes typically out of Australia, New Zealand, and you'll find them doing a lot of work apart from Europe, which was traditionally a giant in this business. Nobody on a second attempt? API, Australian dash dash. And TCS has become the preferred partner for this industry. Nobody? Well, turns out to be a tough one. Anyone in the audience except from TCS? Yes, the guy with two hands up. Yeah, go on. Beautiful. Put your hands together for him. He'll get that right. The Australian pharmaceutical industry is absolutely right. And two minuses on the world of TCS is putting a little bit of pressure on Jamshedpur. Like every year, the Kolkata final is a close one. DAV have made a comeback. Loyola have lost ground. The others are where they are. So the quiz is becoming very tense. The penultimate round, time for us to play on IoT. Here it comes. The Internet of Things is where you think things are not connected with each other, but it turns out in this modern world, everything is linked to each other in some form. So here's a round which is lateral thinking in a sense. It looks unrelated, but you've got to give me an overall answer. Plus 50, minus 52 attempts allowed, not by the same team. Here we go on the first one. Overall answer is what matters. On your screen, the first IoT coming up now. DAV from Jamshedpur are back onto buzzing. Guys, you're on the buzzer. I need an answer.
Google.
Explain.
Daydreams is from Google. Google Daydream.
Pyra Labs is now owned by Google.
Yes. I think this is Pixel, Google Pixel.
Okay, so your overall answer is all related to Google. Plus 50. Oh, they're slowly but steadily clawing their way back. DAV Jamshedpur are not giving up. They're on minus 25. But that is much better than where they landed themselves after the first three questions of the quiz. The scorecard looks very, very interesting. As we move into the next question, the buzzers are going to be going a fury here, though it's not as easy as you think it is. Here we go. Careful. Again, it's DAV.
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Yes.
Explain.
These are OS versions named
These
after
are OS versions.
from Ubuntu, which are named after these animals. As far as I can remember, that is meerkat.
Okay.
And I'm not sure about the names, but I.
These are Ubuntu versions named after these animals.
Yes.
Plus 50 DAV. Jamshedpur! Oh, what a comeback! What a comeback story they are scripting here today are these two young boys. They were down at minus 150. Now they're in the positive. And they look threatening because they're not scared to press the buzzer. Here's the next one. on your screens. Tough final here today and a tough question coming up on your screens now. Life gets really difficult as on table number 1, Siliguri
Sir,
have
Amazon.
gone for it, yes.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Comicsology, sir.
Comicsology is from Amazon. The moment they saw that, they get a 50. Put your hands together for them. Very quickly, he's got that right. The pressure is beginning to build as they get to 25 as well. We'll neutralize the buzzer. Scorers, are you with me? Because teams are playing at a super pace here. Final question in this round, and it can be a crucial final question. Now.
All right,
They've
so here goes
gone
nothing.
for it.
So, just see on top.
Siliguri have taken a huge risk.
Sir, Atari.
Sorry?
Atari.
Atari minus 50. Minus 50 on Atari. Teams, careful. DAV have gone for it. Don't keep buzzing that way. It'll only neutralize your own buzzer. And it's not as simple as you think it is. So go ahead. DAV. It's a very specific answer.
Is this Tetris?
Tetris.
Yes. That is Alexis Pajitnov, whatever. He is the founder of Tetris. And Game Boy is something related to Tetris. And these two, I don't know.
From out of nowhere, he thinks this is Tetris. DAV from Jamshedpur plus 50. What an answer! And what a time to get it right. Oh, they're playing out of their skin here today. That was a really brave answer. He had to get that absolutely right. Alexei Pajitnov from Russia created that phenomenal game. It's not easy to figure it out from this. It was a tough question. We'll take a look at what it's done to the scoreboard. Jamshedpur with Loyola School are stuck on where they were. The others are battling hard. Siliguri have gained and lost and gained and lost. So they're probably drawing what would look like a sine cos curve. Typically, you get up, you get down, and so on. Well, he's smiling when I say that. South City are on 75. DAV Jamshedpur are on 75 from minus 150. Loyola School Jamshedpur are holding that fort at 150. That's a good lead to have. 100, or rather close to 175 is their lead. Not a bad lead. 3 final questions remaining. All the teams obviously know the formats, so they're really going to play the game carefully in the final round. And the final frontier of our game has 150 points to be scored. So any of these 3 teams can really win the game. The final frontier, time for the teams to block the chain. Here it comes. On each of our 3 questions, you will get 2 clues. If you press during the first part of the chain, you get a 50. The second part of the chain, another 50. You will decide which part you press. Only 1 attempt is allowed per team per question. So it's calculative risks that you need to take. Not an easy round. Be careful. 150 at stake per question. You can choose to block the chain where you want. Audience silence. You're watching an outstanding final with just 3 questions to go. Clue number 1, question number 1. Here it comes. They've gone for it on table number 3. Loyola from Jamshedpur.
Okay, so I think this is
Take your hands off that.
Facebook, Calibra and Libra.
Facebook,
Calibra and Libra.
Calibra and Libra. They're on 150. They get a minus 50.
क्यों भाई मारता है?
The battle is becoming very tight. Second clue. DAV are suddenly careful. They're waiting for the clue. Here it comes. Second clue. Still cold as ice. Lilyhammer was the first series created by them. Who in this modern world are we talking about? Young generation would know things like this. Siliguri are taking a chance. They need to take their chances as well.
Sir, Netflix.
Netflix. All the way from Siliguri. Plus 50. Oh, Netflix is scoring. And that takes them to plus 25 with 2 questions to go. What a dramatic final here today at Kolkata. 75, 75, 125. Oh, the battle is far from over as we go to the second question. Careful teams, a minus can prove too costly at this stage. That's just neutralizing the buzzer, to be sure. Clue number 1. Here we go. Kolkata have gone for it on something very interesting introduced by a great company, the smartest safe for everyday peace of mind.
This is by Godrej.
Minus 50. He went for an Indian logic. The company has slowly diversified. Sorry? I can show you the scores only after the next clue. Next clue coming up on your screen. You're on 100, so twist and shoot. Oh, they've gone for it on table number 6.
Motorola.
Motorola is slowly moving from phones to creating safety lockers at homes and is creating a technology called twist and shoot. Put your hands together, they'll get that right. Rajendra Vidyalaya. We'll get to a minus 25. There are the scores. Can we have the scores, please? Just there, yeah. Okay, for the benefit of the teams with 1 round to go, on table number 3, Jamshedpur are on 100. On table number 4, DAV are on 75. 2 teams on 25. Kolkata on 25. Siliguri on 25. 50 is all that you can score. So you can probably get to a runner-up position. Jamshedpur with Loyola are really going to watch this game very carefully. You know, one of the things that quizzing does, and people think quizzing is all about learning and answering. One of the best things that quizzing teaches you is decision-making skills. You learn decision-making. When do you press? When do you not press? When do you compulsively press? You got to know how to play the buzzer. It's all about strategy and tactics. For now, even before I go to the final question, every eulogy that I would have sung about Kolkata probably comes true. Look at the quality of the contest that you witness here. 1 question to go, you still don't know who's going to win. Can we have a round of applause for the teams on stage? Super competitive, extraordinarily talented teams. Yes? You want to see the scores again. You're on 75. You want to see the scores again. Okay, I don't think you can see it. I'll tell you, you're on 75. They are on 100. They are on 25. They are on 25. Okay? If you get it right, you win the quiz. If they get it right and they are on 25 each, you got a third place, you got a second place tiebreaker. If Loyola gets it wrong and someone else gets it right, then you can still have a tiebreaker. So it's really complicated. Loyola on 25 will have to 75. No, Loyola on 100 will have to decide whether they're going to keep quiet or play the buzzer. All of it goes down to the final question of this quiz. Audience, silence, please. And I have one request. I don't want to ask TCS volunteers to close the door. I will not take more than 5 to 7 minutes with the prize distribution and the national anthem of our country. Nobody will leave till the national anthem is sung. Okay? Clear on those rules? The final question of our quiz here today. What a final at Kolkata. Can we neutralize the buzzer, please? No. Can we neutralize the buzzer? Teams, please do not buzz before the question appears. Okay? Hold on to it. As we go to the first question on the clue, it won't appear now. All right? It won't appear now. Don't do it. I can ask you to answer. Please answer. So don't do it. Okay? Can we neutralize, please? I'm just being fair to you, Siliguri. You've traveled a long way, but play it fair. Okay? Don't outbuzz. If you know it, you press. Otherwise, fine. I mean, hard luck. On clue 1, on your screen, in just a moment, the clue will appear. Till then, you have to wait as it appears. And it's come up on your screen. There you go. Well,
Sir, Infibeam.
your answer is
Infibeam. Oh.
Infibeam, minus 50. A last question will be a tough one. So be very, very careful. Clue number 2. The first clue was 3Com. The second clue, oh, they've gone for it, is DAV. He's taken the risk of his life. Through clues on your screen, 3Com and W3C will lead you to an answer. Take your time, young man. Deep breath. If they win it, I can't imagine a team from minus 150 to win a quiz. You require courage. Overall connection. It could be anything. I need an answer. We have a challenger from Jamshedpur against the defending champion from Jamshedpur. They won last year. The teammates have changed. One of the teammates is still here. He was still in class 9 last year when he won this quiz. So it's very dangerous when youngsters in class 8 and 9 win a quiz because they'll have a 4-year, 5-year terrain. DAV have challenged them, played a remarkable quiz. Your moment, young man. He's taken the risk, which I appreciate. Yes.
SAP. SAP.
Okay. Loyola Jamshedpur thinks now they have won the quiz with that answer. What do you think is the answer? What connects these two, or who would connect these two?
W3C is World Wide Web Consortium, so I think from that it comes to Tim Berners-Lee.
Okay, so if you had gone for the buzzer, you would have said Tim
Or the
Berners-Lee.
internet.
Or the internet, either of the two. But what would 3Com have to do with the internet?
3Com makes Ethernet.
So you would link it to the internet. The other way you would say is Tim Berners-Lee. DAV Jamshedpur have played a phenomenal game today. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Loyola Jamshedpur will win the final. And to be very fair to them, the right answer would have been Tim Berners-Lee. So their thought process was not wrong. I always ask the teams what you thought, because it's important to know what was on their mind. You don't win a quiz because someone else makes a mistake. You got to know what's right. And with a remarkable, we've got two teams on 25. Is that a final scorecard that I have on the screen? Okay, that's the final scorecard. Because they've got a minus 50. So we've got a tiebreaker between Kolkata and Jamshedpur. Hands on the buzzer. Tiebreaker question to the two of you. If you could just move the mic towards you, Kolkata. All right. Hands on the buzzer. Question to you. The first ever mobile phone call in India. They've gone for it. They've gone for it to South City. The first ever mobile phone call in India.
It was by Bengal Chief Minister Jyoti Basu in the year 1995 using a BSNL line.
Ladies
To
and gentlemen,
Delhi. To Delhi, to the capital building.
so mobile telecom
Yes.
started from Kolkata.
From Kolkata to Delhi.
The runner-up here today, Kolkata. Well, he didn't seem so confused about the mobile phone being from Kolkata. He was confused who was Chief Minister of Kolkata. And you are a state which should not have a problem. You've had very few chief ministers and people who have held their office for a fairly long time. So you shouldn't be too worried. I come from Karnataka where like season changes, we change chief ministers. But anyway, you are a state which is very stable on that sense. But a beautiful answer coming from the team from Kolkata. as they finish runner-up here today is South City International School. They deserve a round of applause. Put your hands together for them for holding their own in a very tight battle. And at the end of the day, the defending champion holds on to their nerve to win a final. Sometimes, I think, and maybe they should respond to this more than me, I sometimes get this feeling, and these teams which go to the national finals can tell you that a Kolkata final is sometimes far more tense than a national semi-final. You know, it really gets to you because you've got outstanding teams at you. Each of them can be a champion in any other city. And that's the quality Kolkata offers you. So very, very well played. But my dear friends, even before we go to the prizes, I think to simply have that fighting spirit and to not give up, can we have a thunderous applause for DAV from Jamshedpur? What a fight! They really remind me of how Bangladesh played in the current Cricket World Cup. They didn't win, they didn't get to the semi-finals, or they didn't win enough. But they were a threat to every other team, and every team was scared of playing Bangladesh this time in the World Cup. But their problem and why they lost is not because the others played well, it's because they were rash in the first 3 questions. They really got themselves into a trench which was 150 on the negative. From there, you're literally climbing Mount Everest to try and win a quiz like this. But they did that. They nearly did that. But those kind of endings sometimes happen only in Bollywood films. It doesn't happen in real life sometimes. So you got to be calm, you got to be consistent. And Loyola did that and held their nerves brilliantly. But for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a tribute for us here today as we get to our prizes. And our chief guest is going to be truly delighted to have witnessed a talent pool which will make him feel comforted for the future. And I'll tell you why he'll feel comforted and where he comes from in just a moment. But for now, let me first welcome, guys, I need some silence. Guys here as well. Thanks. Our host here today has been someone who's been of excellent support for this quiz, not just here, but in Bhubaneswar as well. He himself is an alumnus of institutes, does thus phenomenally well in quizzing. IIT Madras and INSEAD. INSEAD, of course, takes part in the Singapore edition of Tata Crucible, and they do very well there. And as an alumnus of those institutes, he's a widely traveled man, formerly held the position of CEO of Diligenta in the United Kingdom, and has led several important responsibilities at TCS. One of the most important locations for the future for TCS is the eastern side of India, and he heads Kolkata, Bhubaneswar, and Guwahati as TCS increases its presence and footprint in this region in a significant manner. He's always been an appreciator of knowledge and has always loved to be part, whether it's TCS IT Wiz or Tata Crucible for the corporates or campuses, with his support and his time. It's our pleasure and privilege to welcome on stage the Vice President and Head of TCS East, Mr. Suresh Menon. If you could join us on stage, Suresh. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much for your continued patronage. You've seen many of this now and in different cities. You've seen Bhubaneswar, you've seen this. You find a streak of innocence in a city like Bhubaneswar sometimes, while in a city like Kolkata, you actually find a sense of authority on, technology and huge comfort levels. How does it make you react to someone who leads a very young company?
Before I answer Giri's question, I think you will agree with me that the last 45 minutes was an absolute treat of some brilliant quizzing, okay? Please put up your hand once again for all the teams. In some sense, all the 6 teams are winners. And thank you to all the schools that have participated so actively in making this TCS IT Wiz for Calcutta a big success. Now, coming back to Giri's question, in this digital era, seeing the kind of talent that is available makes me, and I'm sure Professor, who's going to come as the chief guest as well, feel extremely happy, okay? So well done and best wishes to all of you for your school careers and beyond.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us someone who, like he and me, have said would be delighted to see the kind of talent here. But he comes with roots from a city which probably represents this new India, phenomenal talent from where he's come. He completed his MBA and his PhD from the Devi Ahilya University at Indore, a city that does very well, and Bhopal keeps coming in there as well to take part. Like Jamshedpur comes into Kolkata, you've got great talent around Indore as well. He's been a business consultant for many years in many domains and has been a widely traveled man, advised large companies and big ones across the world. His interests and areas of research lie in sales, marketing, and more recently in digital marketing, as everyone perhaps transacts in a connected world. He's, however, better known for his contribution of 2 decades in the world of education, as an educational leader, an institutional builder, and someone who has always fostered future talent. He is currently the Dean for New Initiatives and External Relations, and also plays the role of a Professor of Marketing at IIM Calcutta. Ladies and gentlemen, he would truly be delighted to be with us as he sees future talent coming in to IIM Calcutta, which currently resides in the schools of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome on stage Professor Prashant Mishra. Please join us on stage, sir. Thank you so much, Prof. This is, in many ways, like I said, a sort of a reflection of new India. And you, I'm sure, are seeing it already happening with the newer kind of crop that comes into your IIMs with the amount of talent, energy. What's your advice to all these youngsters, sir?
I mean, first I must admit that last 45 minutes is a very humbling experience. I could answer only 4 questions correctly. So that's scary also at one level, the kind of talent you are dealing with at such a young age. But I'm sure in today's connected world, what is more important is the effort and the participation in this journey of discovery, rather than this overt competitiveness which we were also talking before coming here. But this is fantastic. I mean, in a sense, you see that the kind of talent which is emerging at so early stage, I'm sure there are much better days ahead in terms of kind of talent, people which we are going to see. So my advice is be at it and don't take too much tension about competitiveness.
So well said. And I'm glad that comes from the Dean of an IIM, which probably is India's most competitive exam. You know, it's really nice that you make that statement because these are children who do tend to take a lot. And to all you youngsters, I think, as someone who's in the education space, I truly appreciate the initiative of the IIMs to broaden their doors to people who are not necessarily from engineering backgrounds and so on, to promote students of arts, commerce, and pure science to come into the IIMs, and also the increased focus on getting in a gender diversity which is more balanced. Those are 2 far-reaching decisions people like him have taken, and we really salute that as a country. But for the moment, a quick word on the Twitter prizes before we get to the teams on stage. The highest number of tweets with close to 483 tweets. Akshita in the audience here today. If you could walk up on stage, well, she's already got a prize, so it's her second prize here today. Can we have a round of applause for her? Akshita will walk up on stage with the highest number of tweets. And the best tweet of the day comes from Debjyoti Mana, and the handle is at Debjyoti Mana 5. And his message is, once a new technology rolls over, you're not part of a steamroller, but you're part of what could be a road roller, and TCS IT Wiz paves the road for that. Beautifully written. Put your hands together for him. Knowledge is something where you pave the way. Articulate young boy in the audience. Can we have a round of applause for him? And ladies and gentlemen, in that entire drama and tension of the first place and the second place, holding their own and finally getting the tiebreaker question right. Oritra and Anish from South City International, Kolkata will finish runner-up. Put your hands together for them. Well done. Yes, guys. And one of them is still in class 10. Is that right? So he's got 2 more years to go in this final. Can we have a round of applause for Kolkata as our runner-up? You can have one each for them. That's fine. I'll manage this. Take that in the meantime. So, can we have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Kolkata as runner-up. All right, that's the certificate for the school which says you are the regional runner-up. Can you just come back to receive that as well? All right. They're gold medals. It's going to be a precious one. And a second one. This is heavy. Wow. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you want them to come in front? Ouch. So if you could just step in front a little bit so he gets a closer angle of the photograph. Ladies and gentlemen, life will be competitive, but you got to keep your calm in that competition. Loyola won it last year, and believe me, it's very difficult to win when you're already a winner. It's very difficult to continue to be a champion. The whole school is going to expect you to do well. It's not easy to carry that weight on your shoulder, but they've done that remarkably well here today. Consistent yet again from Jamshedpur, Loyola School as champions will walk up for their gold medal. Guys, if you could just face the camera. And the moment for them to receive the FIFA World Cup. Well, it's really heavy. You'll need both hands. Yeah, it's very... No, I'm here. Come, if you can just... We'll hold this as well. Come up, Dada. Oh, okay, you got a video running there, okay. You will manage. He's practiced last year.
While I was telling him it's a bit heavy, be careful, he said, don't worry, I held it last year.
Well, it's not easy to be a 2-time champion. He's now 2-time champion. Oh, that's really nice to see 2 schools of Jamshedpur walking across to each other and congratulating themselves. That's the kind of sportsmanship you require. You battle hard on the field, but at the end of the day, like I keep saying, we may have had a fantastic Cricket World Cup, but for me, the true winner was the New Zealand captain at the end of the day. Grace, poise, and absolute gentlemanly behavior in the face of what could have been a huge list of complaints that he could have had. But you got to be graceful either when you win or when you're not a winner. I don't even use the word loser because someone who doesn't win wins the next day. So you're a winner in waiting. But for the moment, extraordinary sportsmanship being shown by them. You're in class. You're in 12. He's also 12. Oh, that suddenly provides a lot of oxygen to people here, saying next year they're not going to be here. So that's a good news to hear. They're both in 12th standard, so he's not going to be a 3-time champion. But for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, for someone who's really been a flag bearer of the academic movement in India, TCS would like to acknowledge his presence and thank him with this small token of appreciation for our professor who's with us here today. Truly, truly appreciate your presence and time. Thank you, Professor. Can we hear it for Dr. Mishra? Thank you so much, gentlemen. I'll request you all to take your places. Chahiye aapko? Sir, if 1 minute, he just wants the winners and runners together for a press photograph. Winners, Runners, quickly, please. Audience, 1 minute. And after that, we'll have the national anthem. Just stay on. With your trophies. You want them to stand? You want them, they're okay?